I put it in my phone, on my notes, in my log notes, that 15 September 2022, Operation Afram left Ghana. It's right here. Hi darlings, it's Danielle here with another video. If you're already here, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, welcome to join the family. Back on YouTube, standing on business in 2024. Let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a live update how events have gone by in the past year, 2023, and what is happening currently. I'm currently in the UK pursuing my master's degree, but then a couple of things happened before all of this came together, so I'm going to be taking you through my journey. Things moved so fast I couldn't even keep track of what was happening. I'm hoping that things that I would share would be helpful to a couple of you out there, and we also learn from my story too as well. 2023 was a life-changing year for me in every aspect. God just outdid himself in my life. If you do put your mind to things and then you back it with prayer and then back it with work and keep on showing up, it will eventually pay off. This is the timeline of how things moved for me in the past year up till now. So early 2023, I decided to take content creation much more seriously, and it wasn't with just influencing. I decided to actually put in much more effort into monetizing my audience. The plan was to leave Ghana and find better opportunities out there. I already had my bachelor's degree in KUSD. I had done my NSS, and I was at home. I was literally making money off content creation, but I wasn't making much. But this was the time that I decided that I'm going to go all in full time and really make the most out of whatever skills that I had. Trust me, there were dreams to reach and there was money to be made. So I had to put in the work. And this meant monetizing the knowledge that I had and things that my audience were interested in. One thing that I was really passionate about was sharing my content creation process, which is filming, editing, photos, videos, and the likes. And this was something that most people were really excited about because content creation is something that a lot of the youth wanted to get into and people wanted to learn. I was able to monetize my audience by sharing what I knew and then selling digital products and services that could help people learn how to get better at content creation. Late 2022, that was when I launched my first mobile video editing course, which a couple of you know about already, and I'm pretty sure a couple of you have already signed up for. Full transparency, I wasn't working as in having a 9 to 5, so this was how I was able to start raising a little bit of money to even move out of home. One thing that I always say really helped me was the fact that I stopped waiting and started taking much more initiative, because all throughout 2020, 2021, 2022, I was creating content, but then I was just relying on maybe influencing, waiting for brand deals and all of that. One thing we forget is that we can still monetize our audience without waiting for brand deals and waiting for businesses to work with it. 2022, I actually applied to a couple of schools, but then my application was late, so I didn't get in. I had written IELTS by then, so I just kept the documents for my next application, which was going to be in 2023. I decided to now go to school and then get my school certificate too also ready. Next thing was to get recommendation letters from my lecturers. Next step was to apply to these schools. It's funny how Nottingham Trent University was on the top of my list of schools that I wanted to get into, and the rest were like, I'm just adding it. Whatever should happen, should happen. With NTU, I applied for scholarships. Someone helped me with that. And when the admissions came out, I had gotten into NTU. These were the requirements needed for you to get into NTU. You need a design portfolio. And I was getting into interior architecture and design. I already have a bachelor's in architecture and I'm looking to explore other fields, and that is something that I believe I enjoy more. So the mail came in, I had received this scholarship, I'd gotten admission, but this was the issue. We had another hurdle to cross, which was to raise the initial deposit to get into school, because before you get into school, you need to pay an amount of money and then you secure your spot. Mind you, I did not know where this money was going to come from, because this is pounds. We are talking about pounds over here, and I'm in Ghana dealing with cedis. How was I even going to raise this initial deposit? In 2023, I decided to get much more active and start pushing my digital products, start pushing my services, my courses. These things really helped make me a lot of income, and I was literally making a lot to live comfortably. I was juggling a lot of jobs because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to move out of home. I also knew that I had gifts that God had given to me, and I was literally sleeping on those gifts, and I wasn't ready to sleep on them anymore. I wanted to let these gifts actually work for me, because God gave them to me for a reason. I mean, I should be standing on business with these gifts. I was literally sleeping on my potential and sleeping on myself. So in 2023, I decided to wake up and put the work in. I didn't do it alone. I had my partner who was supportive, very, very kind. He was with me through it all, size, and bruh, he's literally been a blessing. I was literally juggling lots of content jobs. I'm going to call them content jobs because it was me helping brands film content for their business. If not, I'm editing content for them, or I'm teaching you how to create content, all of those things in between. That was literally what I was doing. I then also created a different page where I was going to be sharing more content creation resources, knowledge, the content tray. I'm going to be linking it below, where I was going to share all of those details for those that are much more interested in that. This was where I was doing most of my one-on-one coaching, selling most of my digital products, and then my services too as well. This one was doing so well because I had a lot of income streams as a creator, because I wasn't relying on only brand deals. I wasn't relying on one thing. So this is your sign. If you're a content creator or you're looking to get into content creation, do not rely on only one income stream. You can monetize your audience in so many ways, not just by waiting for brands to work with you or by pitching to brands or anything. You can monetize your own audience by selling your own services or selling your own digital products like ebooks, your merch, have a clothing line, or maybe thrift shop, something of the sort, selling your own clothes. There are so many ways that you can make your own money as a creator without having to rely on brand deals every single time, because those things, if you are not like big in the game, they are seasonal, they don't always come. So you need to have something to fall back on. You need to have like a plan B if things don't fall through. What else are you relying on as a creator, especially if that is what you are doing full time? God being so good. Just like I said, in 2023, standing on business, we're able to raise the money. Funny enough, the time that I was preparing to leave Ghana was the time that content creation had picked up for me. Brands were reaching out. I was literally getting a lot of gigs from Ghanaian brands. But then I was leaving Ghana, so I just worked with the ones that I could work with, and then knew I had to say goodbye, and then we applied for our visas. It was a very simple process because we didn't see any connection, man. We didn't see permission. I'm coming to school, so there is not much you can do about it. There aren't any limitations, and God is just working for me. Our visas came, we were good to go, but we had to do some compulsory things like getting a TB test. getting the yellow card, getting a police report that showed me having committed any crimes and a plea to apply for jobs. Anything else aside that was basically prepping, getting travel essentials, and coming over here. I'm not the best person to give you travel essentials video because most of the things that I brought weren't necessary. I gave away all of my filming equipment and left some few things like one LED light and then a tripod so that at least I can have something to start with when I come here before I start buying new equipment. And it was also a way of giving back to my community because I was leaving Ghana and I couldn't carry all of those things with me. Some essentials that I bought too were like skincare, packed some hair products, and that was it. It wasn't anything serious because I took a lot of clothes instead. It was pointless. There is no need for those clothes here. Even the weather will not allow you to wear them. Booking our flight and then prepping to finally go with Wakana. We were able to get cheap flight from Accra. We would transit Morocco and then to Gatwick and landed in the UK. One thing we did before we got to the UK was to find an apartment. So it was basically a settling in apartment before we got here. So all we had to do was to head to Nottingham, head to the place, and then put our stuff in there and start finding our way around things. I also had to familiarize myself with transport, so I downloaded the NCTX app. It's basically a bus app that allows you to get on buses, know when buses are coming, and I actually bought a ticket, a student's ticket, so it's going to last for my term in school. I think it's going to be expiring on June 2024, but it's a good investment. That's one thing that has really cut down a lot of transport costs because I don't have to buy a ticket every single day. With regards to work and juggling it all with content creation is a lot. So I do not have a day job, but I'm really looking to get in like jobs when I'm almost done with school. So I'm currently a full-time creator and also a full-time master's student because I'm actually making some money off content creation. It's one of my main sources of income, so I'm still doing it here as well. In regards to content creation in this space, I'm still trying to connect with the new brands that I'm going to be seeing here, trying to reach a new audience because it's literally like starting from ground zero, but not ground zero. So I'm trying to attract new eyes so that I'm much more likely to work with other brands. One thing that I'm really looking into getting into more is UGC, which is user generated content. With that one, they don't need you to post on your page, engagement and all of that. It's literally you creating content and sending it to the brand and then they pay you for that. So that is one thing I'm really looking into doing more in 2024. All in all, I would say it's been God through it all from day one, putting our mind on this, backing with work and prayer. And I'm so grateful because there are some things that I plan to do and I'm currently seeing these things come to life. And all praise has to go to God. So far, we've been coping and managing by God's grace. I'm open to sharing more of my journey over here as an international student, immigration in the UK, life in the UK. So if that is something that you are into, then kindly subscribe for more content like this. Let me know if you want to see anything else in the comment section and comment below if you have any other questions. Your video ideas and suggestions are very much welcome. I will read content on the ones that I can. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this family. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.